Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about how to be a planner-wise person. A planner-wise is kind of a term that I use when I feel like I have much experience and I would like to share this experience with everyone. It took me a couple of years. Sorry, that's my cat over there. It took me a couple of years to get all the planner wisdom, and I've made many mistakes and I've learned from my mistake. I'm one of those people, I like it when I fail. I need to fail to become better. So whenever I fail in something, I just reevaluate what I have done wrong and how I can make it better. So I think I have gathered some wisdom when it comes to planning and using a Filofax or traveler's notebook or any sort of planning system in my life. I know what works for me, and this video could help you to become better at planning, hopefully, fingers crossed. Before I even get into this video, I want to thank one particular person who has been giving me recognition over Instagram and YouTube, and her name is Chantelly Plans on Instagram. I really would like to thank you, Chantelly Plans. I don't know your actual name, but you have been absolutely wonderful and have been giving me really nice recognition to your followers, and I have actually gained a lot of Instagram followers because of you. So I would really like to thank you for giving me all the love and support, and thank you to everyone who started following me on Instagram and have been liking my videos and subscribing. Right, so if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know my favorite planner at the moment is this one, and I've made this one from scratch using a leather piece. So I am confident in telling you at this moment, today, right now, this is the best planning system I have got right now. And I have not come to this situation, or I have not arrived to this destination from day one. It took a lot of patience, a lot of work to come to this situation where I can look at my planner and feel proud and know that this system is going to work. If you guys can hear scratching, that's my cat. So yeah, this planner is my joy and pride, because it is something that helps me achieve things in my life. And I have got so many information in here, and I carry it everywhere with me, and I do get compliments from people when they look at this thing. They're like, whoa, what is that? And I have gathered some wisdom when I was through that journey to arrive to this position. I would like to share some of my wisdom with you, and I hope that they will help you become better at planning and become planner wise. Right, so let's get started. I've got some notes in my planner actually, and I'm going to refer to my notes while I make this video. Well, I've got my notes here, so I'm going to start telling you the things that I feel is good planner wisdom tips. Right, so tip number one, if you want to start with planning, start small and start simple. That's probably the best advice I can give you right now. There's no point in spending so much money to try something and then you end up not liking it. So when I first started with the whole planning journey, I started with a really cheap planner. Actually, my husband got it for me from Paper Chase, because I was contemplating on getting a Filofax. But as you all know, Filofax are expensive. They cost a lot of money, and it's a big investment, you know. So I wanted something really small and cheap to start off with. I did not think about charity shop because I was silly. Actually, if you guys live in London or any good big city place, you might be able to find really good vintage Filofax piece. If you hit the thrift store or the charity shops, you might be able to find really good deals. So start small. And when I mean small, I don't mean the size small. I mean start with the smallest price you can go. You can always buy planners from China. If you go to AliExpress, you can buy really cheap planners from there, and they wouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. So start small and simple. What I mean simple is start with the simplest insert you can find. The worst thing is you don't want to buy too many inserts that you see everyone is using, because chances are that person is very experienced with using those complicated inserts, or that person really loves that insert and it's their planner system, is something that works for them. Just because something works for someone does not mean that it will work for you. I started off with week on 2 pages, then I thought, okay, maybe I need to break it down into a bit more, and so on and so forth. So never just think just because it's working for someone else might work for you. Using simple techniques is better, because once you start, you can realize what you need, what's lacking, and what is too much. When I started using week on 2 pages, I knew immediately that I needed a month on 2 pages, because it gives a nice overview, and it helps me to plan and see everything at a glance. Okay, so tip number 2 is don't add too many tasks in your planner. If you keep adding too many tasks in your planner, you get overwhelmed. I have been in a situation where I was adding too many tasks and it was just getting too overwhelming, and I actually was avoiding my planner rather than using my planner. You do not want to land in a position where you are ignoring your planner, because your planner is your friend, it's not your enemy. It is there to help you get your work done, and it can happen when you add too many tasks. It just gets too overpowering, and you just want to leave it aside and not think about the task that you want to do. So the advice I give you is add only 3 tasks, the main 3 tasks that you know that you can achieve in that day. And I have learned this from Miss Trenchcoat. She is really good at planning systems, and her getting things done videos are really helpful. I really absolutely adore her. So if you're someone who's struggling with too many tasks in your day and your planner is actually scaring you, so you put it aside, this is when you do top 3 tasks. And I'll tell you, I've been doing it as well. If you look at my previous weeks, right, look at the amount of tasks I'm adding, and some of them are not even getting done, right? Too many tasks. There's like more than 4 tasks in that Friday. 3 tasks that is essential, you need to get them done, should go in your daily planner. If you look at this, the previous week in my planners, I have too many things written each day. So as I have started realizing that this is my problem, I started to write as little daily list as I can. So if you look at this week, I have only 4 tasks written. Maybe on Thursday I've got 5 tasks, but most days I've got like 2 to 3 tasks written down. Try it and see if it works for you. If you definitely need to get 3 or 2 most important tasks to be done in a day, write it down in your planner. Try it for a week, see if it works, because something that works for me might not work for you. So I'm just saying, if you think you get scared by your planner and you're just ignoring it because there's too many things you have to do in a day, then break it down into just the most important things that you need to do, and see if it encourages you to grab your planner and use it more. Because if you think about it, 3 tasks is not that many, and once you do it, you tick them off. So it kind of encourages you. It's more motivating to see that you're getting tasks done rather than having just tasks that are just being unticked. So yeah, try to create a realistic planner. Don't create something that you know it's bound to fail, because it's just going to be a negative experience. Try to make it a positive experience and make it achievable. Okay, so tip number 3 is quite a bit obvious, and it's basically assigning time to use your planner. Again, I'm going to say make it a positive experience. Make sure you're having fun with that time when you're planning. Make sure you're enjoying it, you're being creative, and you're actually getting work done. This planner is helping you. Make it a positive thing. I usually assign myself a bit of time in my day where I sit down with my planner with a cup of tea or coffee and actually just go through my planner and do a review on it. What I mean by review is that I look at my week and see what task I haven't done or what just needs to be added onto my calendar. There are times when I can't put the information in my planner at that time, so I keep a note of it on a sticky note or something. So when I sit down at my assigned time to plan, I transfer all the information in the dedicated inserts. So you have to assign some time to sit down and plan. It does not take that much time, so you can assign yourself 10 to 15 minutes and just go through all your inserts and see where you have to update information, how you're gonna assign time to do certain tasks. Those are very important part of planning. If you don't sit down and actually spend time with your planner, then things can get overwhelming and information can get lost. So you have to sit down and look through your planner and see everything is up to date. That's one thing about like handwritten or paper planner, is that you have to make sure that the information is synced. With digital type of planning, it automatically gets synced with all your device or all your house devices, whereas with paper planner you have to sit down and do it. And I personally think that's the fun of it. I love sitting down and doing that. it might be cumbersome for some people, but all of us who are planner addicts, we all know that we love it, right? So just for reference, I like to do planning around night time, so I will sit down with a cup of tea and cuddle my cats probably and plan. I would just sit down for 15 minutes, look through all the inserts and see what I have to do and what information I have to transfer, and just make a plan. Tip number 4, another wisdom that I want to share with you, is stripping things down. When you are trying so many things and you are seeing so many other people's planners and stuff, it can get overwhelming. And I have been there. There are so many people who are doing so many amazing things, but I constantly have to keep reminding myself, just because that person is doing it doesn't mean I have to do it, because it might not work for me. So that's why I always like to keep things simple. If you have seen so many types of planner system and you think, I like that, I like this, I like that, and if you try to combine all of them into your planner, it might not go in a fluid motion. If there's like 3 different systems in your planner system and if they're not correlating, it might crash. First of all, I would definitely say strip everything down. So if you have several different things in your planner, I've got several different things, but it took me time to come to this situation, you know, it didn't just happen from day one. But if you have too many things and it's just bothering you, nothing is getting done, your work is getting lost, your information is getting lost, and it's just your planner is just a pretty thing, it's not a planner anymore, then take everything out. Take every single thing out and just keep the things that you know are your planner and your planner system. Like, you know that this is okay. So if I had to strip this whole planner down, the things I would keep in my planner is this. I definitely would keep a month on 2-page. Definitely, without any question. I will keep a week on 1 page. This is my absolute favorite insert and I can't live without it now. And funny enough, now it became a 2 thing at 1, and that is, it's my week on 1 page task related planner and a meal planner. So I can't live with this. So this has to stay. And the other insert that has to stay is my daily bullet journal or daily log. This needs to stay. If this does not stay, I can't get things done. This is where all the final execution happens. I mean, these 2 inserts helps me to plan things in advance, but this is the planner where everything happens. So this is something I cannot live without. These 3 inserts probably will be the backbone of my planner, so I cannot live without them and I will never get rid of them. The other things here, I can live without them, to be honest, but I just keep them because it works for me, so that's why I keep it. But if you're someone who has too many inserts and it's all cluttered, the first thing I would tell you is strip them down. And I think there's a challenge called One Book July, which is the best challenge you can do. So you don't have to do it in July, you can do it now if you think your planner is failing you. So some of the necessities I would say when you are thinking about getting rid of everything and just having just a planner is definitely keep an insert. You need an insert. You need sticky notes. Sticky notes are always awesome, so everyone needs sticky notes. Make sure you have one. Those are bare essential. This is my pencil case where I keep all my essential planning things that I need. So there is a red pen, my highlighter, my pencil and my eraser. That's it. I don't carry anything else. To be honest, half the time I don't even need to carry this because my planner already holds the pens that I constantly use. And the last thing is probably a bookmark. I like to use sticky tabs as my bookmark, or washi tape tabs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a card so you can access the video. But this is something what I like to use as well for using as a bookmark. So wisdom number 5 is another thing that is really tough love, and that is settle down. Because there are so many amazing binders, planners, Filofaxes out there. It's amazing. I know you fall in love with each one every single day. I do, definitely. But the thing is, you need to settle down. When you have a planner that works for you and you love, make sure you're committed to your planner. Like, here's an example, right? You found a man or a woman in your life and you love that person so much and you are getting married, right? You're settling down. Do you think you'll be looking around to look for another man or woman? Are you going to look around and see, is there anyone better than that person you love, that you already love? Are you going to do that? Because in my eyes, if I'm married and I'm happy and I found the one, I'm not going to look for other people. I'm not going to look around. So that's the thing. I fell in love with my planner, right? This planner and the Traveler's Notebook system. I fell in love with this system and I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to look around and see what other people are buying, spending money on. It's fun, but honestly, let's be realistic here. We're all human and we know that there's a difference between need and want. The thing I need is a working planner. I don't need something that is too pretty or have nice thing, or I don't know, has a unicorn on it. I don't need that. So you need to find something that you fall in love with and just settle down. Try to use it at least for a year and see how it's going for you. If you get bored of something and you've used it so many times, you have used it for a year or 2 years or even 5 years, and you're just bored of it, then fine, save up and buy something else. But for the time being, just settle down, work with what you have, find a binder or a notebook that you absolutely love, and just stick with it and see where it takes you. Tip number 6 is the most important thing, and that is share, and learn from the experts. There are so many experts, planner users out there on Instagram, on YouTube, on the internet. So find them out and learn from them, because chances are they are doing all this planning system, reviewing what is working for them, what is not working for them, and they're telling it to the people. They're sharing their experience. So definitely learn from the experts. Right. Sorry guys, I'm struggling right here. My cat Pippin is not leaving me alone, so he will be probably showing his foot and tail in the video. You will probably have a family member already who's using a Filofax or any sort of planning system, and that might help you. So ask them questions, like your auntie or your grandma or your granddad. They might be doing something really cool, and if you just ask them questions, I'm pretty sure they will be happy to tell you what they're doing. So definitely see what other people are doing and try to learn from them. Alright, so the very last tip I'm going to give you, and this is probably going to make a lot of people roll their eyes, but believe me, it works, and that is having patience. I tell this because it took me time to arrive at what I have got right now. Trust me, it will take you time to make your planner and your planning system perfect. It won't happen overnight. It never happens overnight. At least for me, it never did. If it did happen for you overnight, well done, and please let us know how you did it. I say if because I rarely find someone who knows, okay, this is a perfect system, this is a perfect thing, and I'm good to go. Because it doesn't happen like that. Our planning system needs time and effort. You need to put time into using it and seeing if it works for you. Have patience. You know, there's no rush. This is not a race or a game. Everyone is a winner when it comes to planners. We are all learning and we are all trying things at the same time. So just take a deep breath and just think, that's okay. If my planner is not working for me, just take a deep breath and just have patience. See where things are going wrong, see where things are working well, and just combine the two. Just get rid of things that are not working for you. I don't care if it looks pretty. If this something is just not worth your time, then what's the point in keeping it in your planner? So guys, that is all for this video. I hope all those tips that I've shared with you helped you. So yeah, if those things helped you, please let me know, because I would love to know. And please share with us what things that you have learned, what sort of wisdom can you share with us, because I'm sure there are someone who can tell us really good stories, their planner fails and their planner success, all of those. We love to hear about that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye. No, Ash, come this way. Come away from the camera. Come on. Come on. Good boy.